guys, welcome to our third episode here at Wander Taipei. I'm Sydney Weng, and today we will be heading towards the Beitou district. This area is a lot larger than the other districts, which means everything here occurs on a different timeline. If I'm completely honest, I live down south at the borders of Taipei and New Taipei City, which means Beitou isn't somewhere that I visit frequently, which is why it's a huge deal for me to go on this little eat, pray, love trip to explore a place that is a lot different from what I'm used to in the city.
Our first stop is the 关渡自然公园, Guandu Nature Park. It's also a popular spot for birdwatchers from the city all over the world to visit. When I first set foot in the park, I was instantly reminded of my trips to the Treetop Walk in Singapore and Richmond Park in London. It might be a tad bit smaller in scale in comparison, but the park still offers visitors a decent walk outside of the city with the 57 hectares of land it offers.
As you can see, with or without birds, this place is picturesque, the scenery is gorgeous. If you just want a place where you can just hang out and relax, this is definitely the place to go.
The park is also filled with tropical plants, giving off light rainforest vibes. The Guandu Nature Park is lovingly cared by the Wildlife Bird Society of Taipei and is the first conservation area managed by a non-governmental organization. If you look around, you'll notice a lot of interesting art installments. This is because the Guandu Nature Park is also home to the Guandu International Nature Art Festival. The festival dates back all the way to 2006, making it the first large-scale natural art event in a conservation park to ever be held in the nation. By incorporating the natural scenery of the wetlands, woodlands, and glassy ponds, the art festival prides itself as a catalyst to deepen the public's awareness of the environment and care for local cultures.
Knowing that there are all these art installations that have been around for more than a decade is quite a surprising thing to find out for someone who's been in the city for so long.
After spending some time at the park, I decided to head towards the Guandu Wharf for a change of scenery. This is a great place to enjoy the evening, and it's part of a biking trail that leads you right towards Danshui.
And after walking around the nature park for such a long time, I'm starving. I'm totally gonna grab a bite here. That looks like a place I can find food. I've been walking for the whole day, and I just really want some nice, wholesome carbs.
The name Guandu comes from the Katagalan name Kantou. And during the Japanese colonization, the place was referred to as Jiangtou. Apart from the wetland scenery in Guandu, I also decided to give the famous hot springs in Beitou a try. To quote the famous landscape architect Guo Zhongduan, the Beitou hot springs are filled with therapeutic properties. In fact, this was the place the Japanese government sent their soldiers to rest and heal after the Russo-Japanese War.
Onsen in Beitou is famous for having something very special in it. Jade sulfur or green sulfur. Sulfur here is known to have a lot of therapeutic or healing qualities. So for example, if you're suffering from muscle or joint pain, bathing in here might actually help ease some of it.
Green sulfur is super rare on this side of the continent. You can only find it in Beitou and Senbukku City in Japan.
Hey guys, so I'm now at a hot spring in Beitou.
The name Beitou loosely translates to witch in the indigenous Pingpu language. Prior to the area becoming a popular spot for hot springs, its residents weren't entirely sure about what to do with the sulfur that permeated the waters.
Alright guys, it's really hot in here. It's time for a cold bath.
When onsen or hot spring culture started to become popular in Beitou, additional services like escorts and geishas were included to entertain their hot spring customers. However, most of these were only private hot spring houses for a specific clientele. Local residents relied on public bathhouses to enjoy the soothing properties of a good hot spring bath.
Around a century ago, this Roman bathhouse was known as one of the biggest public bathhouses in East Asia. Instead of calling this a Roman bath, the public bathhouse was referred to as Sento, Qian meaning money, because people needed to pay a small entrance fee to gain access to this public bathhouse.
After a soothing day enjoying the magic of hot springs, I decided to stroll around the city and look for different places for another liquid life source: coffee. This was all because I was reading Li Yixuan's Meiling's Cafe for Memories. I found myself particularly befuddled with the following quote: Beitou is where life and death meet, where the heavens and earth lodge, a land where for centuries visitors from all walks of life come and go.
I thought about the beautiful sceneries that I visited in the Guandu Nature Park and the variety of life that came from the wetlands. I thought about the Japanese soldiers that came to the hot springs to heal their trauma, and the geishas that graced the land with their art and the love that they shared or perhaps even lost. And then I realized how fascinating it was for me to revisit these places as an adult, and how crazy it was that I was sitting in this white Nordic cafe listening to a table of retired old men reminisce their youth in fluent Taiwanese dialect. Beitou, in its own peculiar way, is truly magical. That's it, folks. This is the end of our third episode here at Wander Taipei. Please like and subscribe to our channel and leave a comment to let us know what you think about the Beitou district. This is Sydney Weng signing off from Taipei Broadcasting Station. Until next time.